the strength to go out here. It's just a matter, I tell people all the time, you have to get out early, and most of all, you have to love what you do. Just utilizing, having inventory and listening to your leadership and doing everything that you need to do to be successful within your business. Are you here for your why, or are you here to compete? You gotta focus on what you need out of life. All of y'all are here for a reason. There's a reason why you chose to be here. Oh, my accomplishments. Wow. I'm just steady going up the ladder. You might be on a full-time job, regular job, where you feel like you're not making ends meet, living from paycheck to paycheck. This has just been going up for me, like with the pay through, everything that they offer, advanced deposits, and just being, financially fit. My biggest accomplishments, though, is starting with this company in the month of June. Doing production for 12,000. Then I turned around in July, went up to 15,000. August caused me to go up to 21,000, and then September was my mark, making 34,000. I was able to get the belt for the quarterly champion. So then I turned around at 37,000, and I was able to be the actual champion. So I'm just so excited about this opportunity. So I tell anyone coming in, don't think that you can't do it. Just because you don't know it does not mean that you can't work the system or work the process. You just have to step out on faith, pray about it. You know what you're out here wanting to do. I'm so excited. My tanks stay on full now. I don't have to, be at the gas station like I used to, begging for money. Your leaders teach you and tell you, just do what you need to do and focus, and most of all, stay humble and go out here and protect and serve. Love what you do. You have to love what you do. You can't look at it as, oh, I want to just go out here and pay my light bill. It should be more than that. I'm Lamika, Guardian Angel Agent. I protect while I'm new. I will serve till I get old. So let me just help y'all. Focus on what you need to do, and your business will grow. Don't try to be like this person and that person, okay? And stay humble. God bless each and every one of you. One tip for success that I may say that you should do is, when you go out there and you get ready to protect someone, make sure that you don't cut any corners. That's the main tip. Don't cut any corners. Utilize everything that was given to you from the 7-step process. Make sure you get the BCs. Make sure you ask them what church they attend, what funeral home they deal with. Utilize everything, and just be successful and eat those apps.
All right, that's Miss Lamika Gilliam, y'all.
All right.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
I just wanted to kind of show you all that, because I think basically, you may have people that's a little bit more seasoned in just business and just different things, and you might say, well, yeah, it's easier said than done when you have these individuals who've already had these accomplishments in life and in business. But no, that's not what we're about. We're about taking people who basically have never done an opportunity like this before, never done anything as far as business, don't have a whole lot of know-how about how insurance works, and we're able to kind of bring you in and help mold you into what you're supposed to be if you're willing to be molded. So the biggest component that I would tell you all that you got to have with looking at this opportunity is that you have to measure your level of flexibility. How flexible are you? How flexible are you to be able to be stretched? How flexible are you in your ability to be able to grow? How flexible are you in your ability to be able to be willing to change? How flexible are you to have somebody to coach you and to do whatever is necessary even when you don't feel like doing it? I didn't want to get up this morning. My alarm went off at like 4 o'clock. I didn't lay down at 12. Y'all know how that is, right? The alarm go off and you like, you want to hit that snooze again, But if I hit that snooze, I will probably just been getting here. You know, literally, because I know what that does. You hit it, and then you get back into that deep zone, and then you wake up like, I know I'm supposed to be doing something. What am I supposed to be doing? So this is all a part of the sacrifice. It's a sacrifice for you all to be here because it is a holiday weekend. I looked at the calendar and I said, Mr. Davis, we was trying to figure out when to do it. He said, man, it's a holiday weekend. You think we'll have a good turnout? I said, it don't matter. Whoever's meant to be here gonna be here anyway. Let's make the sacrifice. Let's do it. I don't worry about certain things I used to worry about because you got to get it in when you can get it in. I heard Ms. Shannon say that she's a teacher, so she has to do a lot of her business on the weekend. You know why? Because you got to get it in when you get it in. See, when you have those types of things, you have that type of mindset, then that means that you have to allow yourself a certain level of flexibility. You got to be flexible. So what I want to do real quickly for those, before I get to going too much, I want the Johnsons to come up, or Miss Johnson to actually come up and just briefly talk about for the new people that you fill out those data sheets and want to basically look to get into a class, just to really talk about how your class process works here in the state of Virginia. State of Virginia is one of those states, not like North Carolina, where it's not required that you take a class, but I would tell anybody that it's better to take the class. You don't want to just be sitting there trying to read this information and go take the test. It's better to go through a course, go through some instruction, have some dialogue, so when you do go take the state exam, you're not walking into a blind situation. You're not walking into a blind situation. So Ms. Johnson, come on up real quick so you can just kind of help promote and talk about when some of these good folks in here can get into the next pre-licensing class that you're offering here in the state of Virginia.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
As Mr. King said, it's not required course. It's not a required course in the state of Virginia, but it is a recommended course. What my husband and I did was self-study. It was a lot of cramming. I would suggest that you do take the course. I've had a pretty good success rate in the people who have taken the course under me. What we do is we go through the concepts of insurance, because that's what is necessary to pass the test. I mean, you know, we talk about the things that you can do once you get into the insurance and into the agency, but before you get into the agency, you have to pass that test, and you have to know those concepts. So that's why the class is important. It's not required, but it is very important. We will be having another class scheduled for Thursday and Friday, the 12th and 13th of April, and they will be held at the Greenbrier Library, in the conference room at the Greenbrier Library in Chesapeake.
And you want to give me your phone number and your information?
Yeah, I have my cards here that have the correct phone number on them. The classes are going to be held from 10 to 4:30 on the first day, and then 10 to 2:30 on the second day. But it takes that much time to cover all the information that you'll need.
Are there optional days for it?
Not right now. I don't have any, because I'm looking for workspace down here, and once I get a settled workspace, then and we're Chris. I've actually worked with Chris Stevenson, so we're gonna. That's next on our list, is to get a settled workspace,
Because
so that
before
we
you-
can handle some Saturday classes, because I know a lot of people are interested in Saturday classes.
And it's not so, because before you were doing the classes mainly out of his office, which was in
Emporia,
right?
yeah.
So she's trying to build